Welcome back to Primetime News, and a special welcome if you're watching on onespotmedia.com. Up first this evening, brace for water supply disruptions as the dry season continues. The National Water Commission says it has to ration water supply in the corporate area as drier than normal conditions continue. Now, one meteorologist says the dry spell should dissipate in the coming weeks. Javon Keys reports.
Water restrictions are now in effect in the corporate area as the National Water Commission (NWC) has indicated that it is getting less water in its various catchment systems. In a release, the utility company says its Hermitage facility has been declining at a significant rate and is now at about 63% or 246 million gallons. The Mona Reservoir is now at 74% capacity and declining. The NWC says to regulate the limited supply due to a dry spell being experienced, scheduled lockoffs are now in effect. Corporate Public Relations Manager at the NWC, Andrew Cannon, says a roster of when water will be released has been shared.
Daytime, 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. daily, areas below the Ministry of Justice, so that would be places like Eastwood Park Gardens, Malines Road, Camperdown Terrace, Halfway Tree, sections of Hagley Park Road, and also sections of Crossroads.
Some areas will receive supply in the evening.
6 p.m. to 5 a.m., the Constant Spring Road and Manor Park areas, they will be supplied. And we're talking about areas such as West Avenue and roads leading off, Central Avenue, Constant Spring Gardens, Red Hills Road and roads leading off, Valentine's Gardens, Manningson Road, Perkins Boulevard, Meadowbrook Estate, among others.
How long these lockoffs last will depend on rainfall. Meteorologist Romaine Robinson says the dry spell should end in a few weeks.
April is traditionally one of the drier periods across the island in terms of the absence of rainfall, but as we move into the latter part of April, the last 1 week to 2 weeks in April, especially as we move into May, we are expected to see an increase in rainfall because that's when the secondary wet season is expected to start.
Mr. Robinson says, in fact, rainfall for this year has so far marginally exceeded inflows for the same period in 2021. That's expected to continue over the coming weeks. Despite that, the NWC says normal supply will not return immediately.
So the restoration is going to be gradual, even when we are going to be having the rains, because one of the things we have to take account of is not only the inflows, but the outflows that would be necessary because of the demand for the supply.
Javon Keys, TVJ News.